Wine was lost in thought as she looked at the moon with her pale eyes. In the moonlight, she felt so sad. She slowly shifted her gaze from the moon to look at herself. Seeing herself in the wheelchair, she sighed with a heavy heart. Her father came there and found her sad again. He was very rich and had hired many caretakers to take care of his one and only daughter. But he never made her happy. She lost her happiness when she lost her ability to walk and ended up in a wheelchair. He was watching her from a distance when he got Jeff's message. He checked his phone and his eyes widened in disbelief. He felt happy tears knowing his daughter could find happiness again. Because of this, wiping away his happy tears, he put on a genuine face and went to her. She didn't look at him, even when he gently patted her. She still looked at her legs, which wouldn't move at any cost. Well, you might not believe me, even when I tell you this right now, but it will make you happy. I don't think so, Dad. Would you still say that if I told you that I asked Mrs. John to marry her son to my daughter and they agreed? She gasped and looked at her dad in disbelief. Her voice stuttered as she asked, "What are you saying though? How could Jungkook agree to marry a girl like me? What made you ask them that?" "Because I still remember how you admired Jungkook whenever you got inside, and I realized you might once be in love with him. That's what made me ask them." Happy tears forming in my eyes, I hesitated there, thinking, how could he like to marry a paralyzed girl like me? Now please don't think like that anymore. Think about how you are going to spend time with Jungkook. I'm going to arrange your wedding soon. She nodded shyly, her father laughed, and she looked at the moon, this time not with sadness, but with happy tears, and a smile she rarely ever had. On the wedding day, while Shaila admired Jungkook while her father pushed her wheelchair, taking her towards him, Jungkook stood there wearing suit facing the thirst. Jungkook clenched at one when she came beside him. She smiled. At first he didn't smile back, but he smiled at her forcefully. Jungkook was coming home and Ryan was approaching with their caretaker pushing the wheelchair. The caretaker stopped when Jungkook began stepping on the stairs to go inside. How could she take Ryan upstairs? Just then his mom came with a smile and called Jungkook, making him stop in his bed. "Jungkook, I moved your things from your upstairs room to the downstairs room." "What? Why did you do that?" "Because your wife can come upstairs. It's difficult. This room on this side would be perfect for her and you." Hearing this, Jungkook got angry because the balcony view upstairs was his favorite place, spot in the entire hall, and he had spent most of his time in that room since childhood. But the way his mom easily moved his things made him angry, though he couldn't show it. He descended the steps halfway and went to the room to say, "Come with me, man. I'll show you how I designed your room." One nodded, and the caretaker followed her, guiding her to the room. Jungkook's face turned pale when he saw the room. To him, it looked like a patient's room. He didn't see his big motorcycle closure, which he was used to seeing every time he woke up. It felt like a soft creature to him, as he had always kept his room designed like. The three of them also entered the room, their faces filled with admiration as they took in how neat and well the room. "See, Mom, how much I designed this room for you. Here you don't need to worry about anything. I have set up everything for your comfort. Look at the bed, it's adjustable bed for your safety. And I even changed the bathroom to make it more comfortable, adding supportive rails for you." "Thanks, Mom. And I don't think you will need a caretaker in your room anymore, because your husband will take care of you. When he is not at home, during office hours, your caretaker will look after you. What do you think?" Absolutely with your mom. Glad to hear that. She looked at the caretaker. Sia, you can stay in the guest room. Whenever Vayan calls you, you can help her. The caretaker nodded and left with a smile. Okay, get freshen up, guys. Let's have dinner. She left, leaving Jungkook and Vayan alone finally. Jungkook? She called him as he gritted his teeth, controlling himself while looking at the bedroom. Yes, he responded, suppressing his emotions, so she wouldn't notice. You go and freshen up. I'll take a shower later after you. Actually, I need to go out. Bye. She was left confused on the wedding night. Where could he be going, leaving her? But she didn't want to bother him. Okay, take care. He left silently, she pouted, upset that he didn't even look back at her before leaving. When Jungkook came home, he froze upon seeing his mom still in this living room at this time. What do you think yourself, Jungkook? How could you leave your wife on your wedding night? I'm sorry, I just had to go. Don't repeat it again. She left in frustration. He kicked the air and then went to the bedroom. Vine was sitting on the bed, her back leaning against the headboard, reading a book. She started when Jungkook opened the door in frustration, surprised to find her awake early. You started me, Jungkook? I didn't think you would still be awake. Of course I would be awake for you. He sighed at her voice. They were too soothing, but he tried to ignore it and close the door, getting on the bed. He lay down facing away from her, sleeping silently. Her smile vanished. What happened to him? He looks upset and a bit frustrated too. She didn't mind him, he ignored her on the first night. She was concerned for him. At the dining area, the three of them were having breakfast while the maid served them. Jungkook groaned in frustration. The motorcycle race is happening next Saturday. I have to participate. Wait, I told you not to go and participate for it. But you still are practicing secretly. So that's why you left your wife last night and went there too? Vaughn was puzzled, thinking about how he liked the motorcycle race that much. I don't like you riding there. It's dangerous. What? He got up from his chair, tense. He loved racing so much, and he had worked hard to practice for it. I don't want to go there. How can you say that? It's not about your words or mine. Let's put our words aside. What? Yes, Mom. Tell me, what's your opinion on motorcycle racing? Is it safe or not? Val frowned and looked at Jungkook, who was staring at her with a poker face. She turned to her mother and spoke slowly. Racing would be dangerous, Mom, but you heard her right. Now stop asking me again and again. If you want to have fun, go with your wife to a park or on a date. Jungkook wanted to scream, but he left. Vine was shocked. Mom, why didn't you let me finish saying? I really don't like sending him there. What if he gets into an accident? Vine became silent. Jungkook came to the garage and saw his friends drinking. He snatched a bottle from them and raised it to his head. And he drank it so dangerously. His friends stared at him in shock. After finishing it, he threw the bottle at the wall, making it shatter. He yelled in frustration. One of them spoke with a blank face. What happened, bro? My whole life ruins at this one. The mom shifted my favorite room downstairs for her. It feels like I'm staying in a patient's room. She literally forced me into this marriage. I'm not able to find any happiness with her. She is such a burden to me. They want me to stop joining motorcycle racing and expect me to stay at home like them. While speaking, Jungkook threw himself on the sofa, closing his eyes from the dizziness of drunkenness. James and his friends looked at each other and with a question mark and pity for Jungkook. Why hasn't Jungkook come yet? Mom shouldn't have told him that. I can understand it must be his goal. Maybe I saw the pain and frustration when his mom refused him. Sia entering the bar. Ma'am, Jungkook sir has come home. He went to the bar. She was telling this because Warren had asked her to inform her when Jungkook came home. Okay, should I come with you? It's okay, I'll go. Warren was pushing her wheelchair, making her way out. Jungkook was sitting and lost in thought with a dull face. She made her way towards him and called out at him. Jungkook, where were you? What? Don't I even get to go out? By his rash question. She was left blank. Then he sighed and looked at her. I'm sorry. She wondered how quickly he apologized to her. It's okay. I can understand how you are feeling and frustrated. You can participate in this race. Jungkook, I'll convince Mom. His face brightened with disbelief. But you said it was dangerous and supported Mom in the morning. Mom didn't let me finish. I also wanted to support you because I can see the desire and passion in your eyes for that. So you have no issues with me then? Why would I? By the way, I love motorcycles too. But look at me. Can I ride? No, right? She felt sad. We don't know how long we will when we get chances. We should enjoy life and fulfill our small desires to Jungkook. Jungkook lost himself while listening to her. He thought she was behaving like his mom, but no, she was very close to his understanding stage, which he was starting to like now. But Mom said to take you out with me for a date instead of practice. Even if Mom said that, how can you take me out? I would be a burden to you on even dates. I don't want to bother you. Jungkook's heart clenched. He placed his hand on hers, which was on her thigh. He squeezed it slightly. She was stunned by his sudden touch and looked at him, not knowing what to make of it. I'm sorry if I hurt you. Don't be sorry. I haven't really been hurt by anything so far. By the way, let's change our room a bit too. It's been too dull. I heard the maid say chill on motorcycle posters and some other things. Let's put them back again and it will give you motivation daily. He didn't say anything. He just looked at her silently. Is there anything you want to say? Yeah. Shall we date too? She looked at him strangely. I know it sounds silly, but I need to understand you better because I don't know you well. She blinked her eyes and smiled. Vine was combing her hair, looking at herself in the mirror. Just then Jungkook entered the room. She saw his reflection in the mirror as he was applying her slightly. Vine, I'm going to practice. In tomorrow's race, you should win, so work hard. Definitely I will. He smiled suddenly like an idiot. Hey, what's the matter? After I win, I'll tell you something. Can't you tell me now? No. He rolled up his eyes. Well, bye then. Practice well. Bye. She was about to wave her hand, but the comb in her hand fell. She tried to reach for it, but couldn't. Then Jungkook came to her, gripping her shoulders and making her lean back into the chair. She couldn't speak. He ruffled her hair away. He took the comb and gently combed her hair. It's okay, Jungkook. You will get late. No problem. He took a hairband and tied her hair into a point. Look, I tied your hair. She smiled. Get ready. Let's go for a candlelight dinner after I come back home. Okay? He smiled at her and left. Vaughn thought to herself, I'll buy him a gift. She called Sia and she came there. Sia, let's go for shopping. Get ready. Wow, Jungkook sir will be really happy if he sees this. Vine held the gift in her lap and smiled as she touched it. Jungkook needed this, but he neglected to take it. Oh, so finally I bought it for him. Now let's go. I need to be home before he comes back. Sure, ma'am. She was about to push the wheelchair but stopped when a car and his group of friends stood beside her. They looked like bike riders. One sensed them, she knew them. Don't be confused, we are Jungkook's friends. Oh, hi. Are you happy with Jungkook? Of course I am. Why are you asking like this? But he isn't happy with you. Please give him divorce. What? He played a video showing the clip from that day when Jungkook came to the car, angrily entering saying she was butting him. It was recorded on the CCTV footage. Tears welled up in Ryan's eyes. I'm not confronting you, but he was forced by his mom to marry her, giving up his happiness. He feels like you are a burden to him. Even after knowing this, if you still choose to be with him, then it's your decision. As a close friend of his, I just wanted to help him with this. He and his friends left after telling her. Sia felt sad seeing Ryan wipe her tears, looking at the gift with a broken heart. Ma'am, please don't be sad. Jungkook sir will adjust to your aunt. You don't need to worry about anything. I thought he was happy with me too, just like I was happy. But I didn't know I was literally important to him. Ma'am, first let's go back home. Jungkook came back home smiling happily while Ryan was reading a book. Ryan, I'm back home. She didn't respond to him. He made his way toward her. Hello ma'am, did you follow? I'll take you to your candlelight dinner. I'm not interested. She put the book on the tea table and pushed her wheelchair herself toward the bedroom. He looked at her confused. She moved slowly toward the bed and he came in. Hey, I'll help you. He was about to touch her, but she spoke looking away. I don't need anyone's help here. What? Sia? Sia came into the room, helped Ryan lay down on the bed and left. Jungkook didn't move from his place, still unable to understand why Ryan was ignoring him. Why was she angry? Ryan, did I make a mistake? He got on the bed and was about to touch her as she lay there with her back facing him, trying to sleep. Please tell me, did I hurt you unknowingly? Please stay away from me, Jungkook. Just don't disturb me. She said it seriously and closed her eyes. He felt broken hearing it. He thought to himself, how could she even say that to my face? Doesn't she know how much she means to me? Jungkook approached Ryan, who was sitting with Sia beside her. Upon noticing him, Ryan turned her gaze away. Jungkook scratched the back of his neck and spoke softly. Ryan, I'm going to the race finally. Aren't you going to wish me the best? She remained silent. Then he lowered his head and laughed. After some time, Ryan spoke to Sia. Sia, go and give him a gift. Ma'am, Sir would be happy if you give it to him yourself. If I go there, I'll cry. I need peace now, a decision to end it. I can't be a burden to him anymore. Jungkook was dressed in his usual attire, standing beside the motorcycle with a dull expression. As the riders prepared for the race, James and his friends noticed he didn't seem happy there. Why aren't you happy? My lord didn't come here. Who? Sir? Sia? What are you doing here? Hey, did Ryan come here for me? He asked with hope, but she avoided his question and handed him a bag. Ma'am told me to give this to him. It's a gift for you on her behalf. Really? He felt a surge of happiness as he took the wrapped gift from the bag and began to unpacking it. He was surprised to find a helmet inside. Amazing! Did my wife give this to me? She nodded. But when she glanced at his friends, her expression turned serious. Just then someone approached. The race is about to begin, Jungkook. Come. Jungkook nodded and placed his old helmet aside, putting the new helmet Ryan had gifted him. His friends watched confused by his sudden shift in mood. Sia laughed quietly. Jungkook won the race and everyone cheered and congratulated him. He removed his helmet and sweat dripping from head to toe. The sponsor representative handed him the trophy. With happiness, Jungkook screamed in joy. After that, his friends surrounded him and who had a confused expression. Who is your love? Why did you get so happy when you received a gift from your wife? Who also would be my lover? Of course, it's Warren. I was so sad because she wasn't talking to me properly as she kept ignoring me. Hearing this, his friends were shocked. They didn't know whether to be happy for him or feel sad for Warren. I'm sorry, Jungkook. What? James started explaining. Jungkook's expression turned to shock. Why did you tell her everything? I'm sorry. I thought she was stopping you from focusing on the books and keeping away from you being happy. Before he could finish, Jungkook had already put on his helmet and jumped on his motorcycle and sped off. I think it's better to give him a divorce. I never knew he was supposed to marry me. If I had known, I would be a virgin to him. I would have said no to the marriage. Holding back her tears. Warren, don't try to convince me. I'll divorce him anyway. Even if you're ready to give me a divorce, I won't agree for giving you a divorce. She saw him remove his helmet and walk toward him. Breathing heavily with messy hair, he stopped close to her, kneeling down to make eye contact at her level. The words I spoke when my mom tried to stop me from listening, and when she kept bothering me, making me adjust without giving me any time. I didn't really mean to call her mother. I'm sorry. Okay, don't mind the words I spoke in drunkenness, in frustration before I got to know you properly. But after getting to know you, things changed for me. Yes, I was forced into this marriage, but after talking to you, seeing you how you understand me and respect my small happiness, it made me admire you. I started developing feelings for you too. I told you that after I won the race, I would tell you something. She nodded, tears forming in her eyes. He cut her face and leaned closer to her. I love you. My love, please accept me. When she said it, they both pressed their lips together. Mrs. Jones stood up, and Zia grabbed her hand and whispered, "Let's escape from here, Auntie. They have already forgotten our existence here."